Yeah, we're bright again.
Witches.
Hi, everybody. We are here today.
Witches got darker. Hello. Hello.
We're here today to...
We do look darker today. Why do we look darker?
Well, it must be the suntan.
Yeah, that'll be it. Right. The winter sun.
It's about 5 degrees. Sorry, it's about -5 degrees outside today.
It's not -5.
What do you mean it's not -5? It was -5 yesterday when I checked.
-3 yesterday when we
Well, when I was walking to the post office, I checked again, and the most accurate weather app called AccuWeather.
AccuWeather is the least accurate weather
told
app. What are
me
you talking about?
that's called AccuWeather, so it has to be accurate, right?
AccuWeather is only good in telling you what the weather was like yesterday. It is always wrong about the present situation.
It told me it was -5 degrees, so it was freaking cold.
-5.
Sorry about my voice, that's effed.
It's going to go down to about -20 though.
In January, it is.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer towards the Christmas.
Something like -2.
Yeah, probably.
-3.
Probably. I wouldn't mind it to go above 0. Actually, I don't mind.
It's so cold that the smoke freezes before it rises.
Yeah.
From the building.
Yeah, I love it. You can see all those little clouds of smoke rising from the chimneys.
But you can't, because they just kind of freeze. And
look at that
disappear.
white one over there.
They're all white.
Well, yeah. It's the condensation kind of thing.
Kind of thing. Welcome to Science with Yanka. Today we'll be talking about kind of things.
The condensation kind of thing.
And what's on your radar?
Tea. Tea's on my radar.
Okay.
We have a sick situation.
Sick.
And I don't mean like sick, like super cool. I mean sick, like actually sick.
Why
they're sick. And
Laura's got a big red mark on the side of her face. What's that?
Where? Well, I can't see.
Look.
You can't see her.
Over there.
Big red
Turn your
mark.
head. Look at the TV, darling.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she was holding her head like that or something. Could just be that she was...
Leaning on it.
Leaning on something with her head.
Okay.
If it doesn't go away... we will check it. Could be scarlet fever.
What's that?
I don't know. Some kind of past long gone illness that they're going to scare you with if you don't vaccinate your child.
Okay. That doesn't sound very nice either way. to be really honest. Oh.
Could be the smallpox. Chickenpox? Chickenpox. Could be the chickenpox. I always get all those poxes mixed.
What is a pox?
Well,
Does anybody know?
Dots. It's the dots that you get, right?
Why don't they call it dots then? Why do they call
chicken
it
dots?
Chicken dots. That would make sense. Chicken dots.
Oh, that wouldn't sound nicer, kind of better than pox. I don't know. Maybe it comes from the name of the bacteria or something. I don't know.
Pox.
Yeah. You remember the Vegemals in Octonauts?
I don't want to.
They got Vegepox. I saw it. They were all sneezing. Poor things. Yeah.
It's not an STD then.
So you can get Vegepox. I don't know if it's an STD or not. They caught it, so I don't care how.
Well, you would if they were preparing your food.
Oh well, yeah, maybe.
You would.
What's up, baby?
Hi, Jazz. How's the dog? You got a dog there? Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Got a dog.
Thank you. Are you gonna bring us some more things?
A dog in the car.
She wants to get in the picture.
You want to join in?
I have to be careful because she's her
usual self.
Exactly. This is what she brought to us. This little woof woof thing. Here.
Looks quite big on the camera. Dog. Woof woof. What's the dog's name?
Oh, I kissed my mic. That's so sweet.
She kissed Mike.
What's the doggy's name?
Blackie.
It's Blackie, just like Babka's dog.
Blackie, the brown dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Black. Okay, well there's.
And she brought us
a car.
Vroom, vroom. Well, I have to make the sound effects.
Vroom, vroom.
Yes.
That's funny. That's just really funny. Is this your car, Jazzy? Yes? Okay.
Does the dog drive the car to get to work? Do you think you should go to work now? I mean, you asked Dad to put Charlie Brown on for you. You gonna watch it?
And okay. I did put Charlie Brown on. And she just suddenly become extremely disinterested. Why have we not done one of these for a week?
Because you were busy.
Presentation was Friday last week. Huh?
Because you were doing the whatever you were doing, some kind of a special project with a special client.
Oh, yes.
And there was never enough time because you always left at 11 or whatever. And we had to do the translation of the vision thing. Okay. So.
Yeah, I got a message from him yesterday to say that he's all happy with how everything went. So that's
good.
That's cool. That's super cool.
So yeah, we haven't done one for a very long time, you guys, because we were very busy with other projects. But we're back. Yay!
A very long time. It's like 7 days. A very long time.
Yeah. Well, it feels very long to me. I've been missing this. I think that exhibitionist thing is kind of addictive. It's like coffee.
The exhibitionist thing is like coffee.
Yeah.
Do you find coffee addictive?
You're seriously asking that question? Coffee is addictive. It's not that I find it.
Well, people can drink alcohol but not be addicted to it, right? People can drink coffee but not be addicted to it.
But if you drink coffee every day, you do get physically addicted to coffee, whether you like it or not. I don't remember exactly how that mechanism goes, but there are some receptors, right, somewhere, and they in your body, right? And when you need to sleep, these receptors kind of grab some sleep hormone bits, and then you go to sleep.
Things grabbing you when you're asleep.
Yes, and then when you drink coffee, the stuff in coffee, the caffeine in coffee, sends other bits, caffeine bits, and those receptors, right? Those receptors grab those coffee bits instead of your sleep hormone bits, and your body does not react to the sleep hormone, and therefore you don't sleep, right? That's how coffee works. And
how come that doesn't happen to me? I can drink coffee before I go to sleep.
Because I'm just going to tell you if you shut up. Because when you do that regularly, your body is not stupid, right? Your body realizes that you're trying to, how do you say it? That you're trying to fool it, okay? And it grows new grabby thingies. Okay? So it grows new grabby thingies. So the old grabby thingies still get those caffeine bits, right? But you get new grabby thingies. And once all the caffeine bits are, in the grabby thingies, the new ones go, oh, look, that's not caffeine, that's sleep hormone. And they grab the sleep hormone and you go to sleep. So you can go to sleep after you drink coffee because you're addicted to coffee. Because your body's not stupid.
I can go without coffee.
Can you?
Yes, of course. I don't need coffee. I mean, the only reason
When's the last time you tried?
I can go without coffee like every day. I don't need coffee. The only time I drink coffee is in the morning when I wake up. And the only reason that I make coffee is because it tastes for me nicer than tea. Tea is like a leaf dropped in boiling water. There's no flavor to it. And coffee has a bitter taste to it, and I like some taste. I don't like to feel like I'm drinking nothing.
That is a wonderful way of not answering my question.
What was your question?
When is the last time you tried to go without coffee, and how long did you go without coffee?
But I haven't really tried to do it because I don't need to do it because I know I can do it. That's like saying, when was the last time you tried to juggle? It's like I haven't juggled for months because I know I can do it.
Okay, because I was pregnant a few times, okay?
I'm not you, by the way.
And I know you're not me, but listen to this, okay? I was pregnant a few times, and I had to stop drink coffee, cold turkey, completely for
How
a
did
while,
that happen?
right? I don't know. You sneezed at me.
And
It's contagious. And anyway,
those damn
when you
colds.
do stop drinking coffee cold turkey, it's not
I've
that I couldn't
sneezed-
do it.
I've sneezed at a lot of people.
It's not that well, that's bad. It's not that I couldn't do it. I could do it, obviously, because I did do it, right? Because I had a good motivation for it.
What? What does that even mean?
But what happens is you stop drinking coffee and you get a bitch of a headache for 2 days.
Well, it's never happened to me. I mean,
You've never tried to stop.
the first 6
You
months.
just told me you've never tried to stop. So how can you?
No.
Of course, it never happened to you.
The only reason that I choose coffee is not in anything to do with an addiction. It's to do with a convenience. Yeah. And in the first half of this year, there were periods of time when I went without coffee for 2 or 3 days, without any withdrawal symptoms, without any, oh, I feel I need to have a coffee. None of that. In fact, since I started working from home, I'm actually drinking much less coffee because when clients, because there was you're gonna have to go and sort that out because you know this is being picked up. So I'll continue my story. You just have to listen from a distance. It does make sense. Right, now I've got rid of her. People used to come to my office, and because my office was opposite the rather nice coffee shop, they would either suggest to go for a cup of coffee. Don't know why, because my office was really nice. Or they would they'd get a takeout and bring coffee to my office. So nice people that they were. So I drank more coffee when I was in my office than I do when I'm at home. The only thing about the only thing about why I drink coffee is that it's very convenient for me, and I like the taste. I could very easily not drink coffee for a week, but the thing is, I'd have to find something else to drink in the morning. And what can you drink in the morning when you wake up, right?
You could drink one of those cereal.
Welcome back.
Hi.
By the way.
One of those cereal substitutions for coffee. Those instant cereal drinks.
Instant cereal drink.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like GM?
Chicory root and
Hickory Dickory Dock.
chicory root and barley kind of thing.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Hickory Dickory rootery tootery stuff. What was it?
It's like instant coffee, only it's not coffee. It's
Oh, is that the stuff that's
ground.
called Caro or something?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Is it natural or is it like genetically manipulated?
I didn't ask.
Well, that is important.
I don't know.
me.
You'd obviously have to research it, right?
Yeah, but you know what I mean about tea, right?
Yeah, it is disgusting.
And then if you don't like drink it while it's warm, it's like drinking cold tea is like, yeah. Whereas I can leave the coffee.
Like
Get that
that.
away from my face.
It's called tea, guys.
So I can pour myself a
I would
coffee.
show you, but
and-
I can't tip the cup.
Yeah, and people who are listening to the podcast have no idea what you're talking about.
The tea. The cup
It's a
of tea
rather-
that was in my
it's a
hand
Ridiculous cup.
that
anyway.
I was taking a sip of.
And pray tell, which accent was that?
I am not sure. It's my accent.
Not sure. Is
It's
it
my
Cornish,
accent.
perhaps? Cornish waferish?
I have no idea.
No?
No.
Hmm.
It's idiotic accent. I hope I just offended somebody out there who actually really speaks like that.
There's probably quite a lot of them.
You think?
But that's why we're here, to offend people. Anyway.
I didn't think that anybody actually really spoke like that.
Well,
For sure.
well, we will see.
Yeah, well,
What was the point?
moi, when
Coffee.
I was stopping drinking coffee, I would always, every single time, get a bitchin' headache for 2 days that I couldn't get rid of. Jasmine is playing the background music. My blood pressure would go, my blood pressure would drop. I would get the dark things when you change you don't know what I'm talking about, but when you've got low blood pressure and when you're slightly anemic.
Sounds like a weird version of Star
every
Wars.
time you like stand up from sitting or from lying down, you get it's like dark in front of your eyes and you lose the vision and the sound and everything for a few seconds, and then you kind of come back when the blood goes back into your brain. When your body realizes, like, okay, I'm standing up now, I'm going to have to push the blood in the brain, otherwise I'm going to faint. Starts happening when I stop drinking coffee, right? The blood pressure goes down, the headaches come, everything's bleh, and it takes at least a week for the body to adapt. The headaches stop after about 2 days, but the whole system needs at least a week to kind of get back the zest.
You lose zest for a week?
Yes.
And what's the cause of this?
Stopping drinking coffee.
If you don't drink coffee, you lose zest for a week?
Yes, until the body adapts.
Even if you have just one coffee?
Even if you just have one coffee a day. I can feel it in the afternoon if I don't have my morning coffee. Afternoon around 4 o'clock, it goes bang, like somebody hit my head with a baseball bat.
That's called a migraine. That's what migraines feel like. Or in your case, your grain.
Migraine. Well, it comes when I don't drink coffee, so.
It comes when you don't drink coffee?
Yeah.
You get a migraine?
Well, I don't know if it's a migraine, it's a headache, that's for sure. And it starts slowly, and by the time it's 6 o'clock, I'm just... Please, somebody, chop my head off.
Yeah.
Off with her head!
And the rest of her.
Check it out. It's really sunny now.
It's the
I'm
sun
blending into the wall.
The sun has got his hat on.
Is that what you say?
Hooray! The sun has got his hat on, and he's coming out to play. That's about 1930s, I imagine. They had to make happy songs to get people to enjoy life between the wars.
And during the economic crashes and stuff.
Happy days are here again. Happy days are here again. Ta-da.
The Germans are throwing bombs on us. Something like that.
I don't think that was between the wars, but I get the point.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. The Germans couldn't do much because of all the sanctions imposed on them. But,
they obviously recovered pretty fast, right?
Well, they did because they had a free market with a lot of economic development initially. You okay? You okay there?
I love that horror music at the background. In the background.
It's good. It's good. I like it. I like it too. Yes, it's a good soundtrack to my life. Right. It's especially good when the toy car goes down the keys, as it's doing right now. Yeah. Okay. So moving on to more practical, tactical, didactical.
Ranting.
Yes. I uncovered Jordan Peterson's 42 Original Rules for Life, which apparently he just wrote off the top of his head in about 2 minutes.
As you do.
As you do, when you're trying to answer lots of questions very quickly. So I thought we'd look at this from the perspective of good advice to tell or to sell to your kids. In terms of whether we think it's actually really good advice and we can apply
it's not something that you feed to people as a good advice. I think it's something that you offer as a source to pick out of and to use whatever resonates with you.
Well, it's ways to live, isn't it? Boing, boing, boing. Crash. That's okay, darling. It's not a problem.
I love how she apologizes for the most ridiculous things, like, sorry, like I came here.
Good. That's good. That's nice when the way she does that.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It's better than the opposite, whatever that was.
She's so polite ever since she was, well, I wanted to say ever since she was 2, but she's 2 now, but ever since she turned 2, or maybe even earlier, ever since she started talking, she's just so polite.
She must get that from me.
I don't know. You never say, well, you sometimes say thank you, but and please and stuff, but not that often. You're more likely to give out orders. But she's just so polite.
Do this, do that, do that, do this.
She always thanks for things like when she's dirty and I wipe her mouth, she'll go thank you. When I brush her hair, she'll thank me for that. You know, the basic stuff. It's really nice.
Yeah.
When I wipe her butt, she'll say thank you.
Little things make big differences.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes big things make little differences. And sometimes small people have big names. And big people have small names. Yes. Moses, supposes.
You sounded a bit like the Swedish chef there at the beginning.
Oops, we almost disappeared into the ether there.
Stop it. You're being really boring. I'm going to yawn now.
I'm boring. We'd like to excuse the coughing in the background. Everybody is suffering a tad. So,
including moi.
Moi?
Moi.
Vous?
Oui, monsieur.
Mon Dieu.
Oui, monsieur. J'ai mal à la gorge.
Avez-vous le Champs-Élysées?
Is it le gorge or la gorge?
What? What's chest?
Le gorge or la gorge?
Where I come from is oh my gosh. So
j'ai mal à la oh my gosh.
J'ai mal à la tête.
J'ai mal à la gorge. J'ai mal aux gorge. I am not sure.
Dans le jardin et les voitures.
Oh, it must have been parked by an idiot. He decided to park it in the garden.
Dans la voiture et la fromage. Or le fromage. I don't know.
Le fromage.
There you go. See, I knew there was something wrong with that statement.
Les poissons, les poissons.
Isn't there a song about that?
Yes, that's the song from Little Mermaid.
Yes.
When the crab chef is cooking les poissons, les poissons. He's not cooking les poissons, is he?
I don't remember the film.
With the les poissons. I don't know, but he's saying
poissonning.
about les poissons. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Which character? The crab. The crab is doing something with the fish.
You realize that the fish.
It's getting
in
really
French.
bright. The sun has really appeared now.
You realize that a fish in French spell the same like the poison. Poison in almost the same like poison in English.
It's not spelled the same. It's ridiculous.
Well, the French it says like double S.
Yeah. Well, maybe the French didn't want the English to eat the fish. They'd say like, "Oh, don't
maybe
eat that.
The fish didn't
Don't eat that. Why? Poisson. Oh, he says it's poisson. Oh no, don't eat it. Oh my God. Oh mon Dieu."
Maybe because the French were kind of a bit more ahead than the English, and the English actually took those words away from French, not the other way around.
Are you saying the English were behind? You're saying the English were asses?
Yes, they were. Maybe the English just didn't like the way the French prepared their fish, and they called it poison. They thought, "What is this? Le poisson. Oh my God, it's disgusting. It's poison."
Stupid death, stupid death. Anyway, Jordan, we get there. Jordan Peterson's. He's got 42 original rules of life. So if we do one every hour, then we'll be here for the next 2 days.
I have just touched my mic. There's going to be a big there.
There might be that anyway.
Just warning you.
Yes. Be careful with Mike. He's very sensitive.
Sorry, Mike.
There you go.
Didn't mean to touch you.
Right. Should we go through them?
Yes, please.
Should we try to do one a minute?
Would you start already?
Oh, dear.
Shall we do this? Shall we do it? Or should we do it? Or should we not do it? How about we do it? Ooh, oh my gosh, 30 minutes are gone. Then let's do it then, shall we?
To be.
How are we going to do it? When are we going to do it? Just freaking do it!
Damn it. So, as a side note, I was thinking about having a Shakespeare week where we watch Shakespeare.
We're going to shake our spears.
I don't have a spear, so to speak.
Well, then you can't shake it.
I have to find something else to shake then, don't I?
I don't want to know.
We just have to keep an eye on the sun.
Keep an eye on the sun. That seems to be still there.
Then you just make sure it's not going anywhere.
It's going up, so it's going to hide behind that balcony thing.
Oh, the balcony. You just put thing at the end of every sentence just to try to clarify something. No yawning.
I'm not yawning. It's covering
I'm not eating anything. No. Right. Okay, here we go. Advice, ideas, things
yeah.
you can do. It's all about the transfer of information, really, and whether or not these are good messages that should be transferred from parents to their children. Of course, they should be transferred through what you do rather than what you say. You're getting closer to the camera.
Yeah.
Your eyes really stand out. Your eye, actually one eye now. The sun is blocking the contrast on half your face.
I look like the cat without, the green without the cat.
Mon Dieu, he looks like the cat now.
Look like the green without the cat in Alice in Wonderland.
You are actually completely disappearing there. It's good it's good this technology stuff. Ow!
I'm going to punch your nipples.
You just did. Right. Actually, it didn't really hurt. I was just saying ow for effect.
So,
okay, number one. Tell the truth. Silence. Dead silence. So that's a terrible idea. Okay, number two.
No, don't ever tell the truth. Lie through your teeth. I'm just joking.
No. Okay.
It's quite obvious. There's not much you can say about it.
It's a good place to start, though.
Is this like a part 2 or?
At the top it says part 1, so.
Well, I can't see. Oh, okay. But didn't we go through some of them last time?
No, we were talking about Mike Cernovich's 40 principles. We got to like number 10.
Okay. You read these to me in private. Okay. Continue. Meaning not in front of everybody on Facebook out there.
We had a private conversation during dinner.
So we do sometimes.
Okay. Next, do not do things that you hate.
Yeah, well, ha. Like, as if that was possible. Like, I don't especially enjoy emptying the potty and trying to wash out the poop that stuck to it. Yes, I brought that into the conversation. But I'm going to bloody do it, even though I hate it, right? Because it needs to be done. So don't do things that you hate. Sounds great, but it's not realistic.
Do you think he's trying to say that you kind of destroy a little bit of yourself if you spend too much time doing things that are really unproductive. Do you think that that's what he might mean?
If he means don't do things that you hate, as in don't work in, don't spend 8 hours of your day doing something that you hate, then yeah, that's a good advice. That's a good advice.
So that would be better. Don't spend 8 hours a day doing something that you hate. You can make your own from this, right?
Yeah. But again, sometimes it might not be realistic. But yeah, if your aim, if your objective is doing things that you love, rather than doing things that you hate, if you're aware of this rule and if you try to aim for it and move towards that goal, then yeah, absolutely, I agree with that.
What if someone loves doing nothing? Isn't there something like...
Nobody loves doing nothing.
Oh, not true. Not true. I've met
Okay,
many...
give me an example. I mean, how does one do nothing?
That I surf Facebook for an hour. I mean,
That's not doing nothing. That's surfing Facebook.
No, yeah, but I mean the productivity element is nothing. You pretend, okay? That's what I mean. Is people pretend they're doing something, but they're really actually doing nothing. Nothing. I was really
okay, you can get a job surfing Facebook. If you enjoy surfing Facebook, get a job that includes surfing Facebook. Go for a social media manager. Surf Facebook, look for groups, post things, engage in name of other companies, right? Or, I mean, you can change nothing into something productive. Because it's not nothing.
It's just unproductive. Okay. Moving on. We'll leave that question hanging there.
Well, no, because we're not going to leave that question hanging there.
Why are you sticking your ass?
I'm trying to stretch my...
What are you doing?
Because when I stand like this...
Some weird kind of rumba thing, or...
Because when I stand like this, my hip down here, this one, gets quite sore from this. It kind of gets into a cramp, and I need to stretch that hip ligament there, a bit like that, to get rid of the cramp. The question is, why do I stand like that? I know, but I just really feel...
trying to do a podcast with a hip.
I just feel really uncomfortable just standing, right? I mean, I know you're used to just stand when you work, because you've got that standing desk and you just... I'm standing.
Posture.
It's exhausting. I like to kind of...
life is difficult.
Change the positions a little bit. Because my core muscles are not as used to this standing upright for an hour and a half.
Well,
kind of thing.
Train them.
I need to shuffle and stick my arse into your face and stuff like that.
So that's where Will gets it from.
Shuffling.
Yeah. He's shuffling and shuggling. He gets it from you, because he definitely doesn't get any of it from me, because I don't do that at all.
I don't shuffle and shuggle when I sit on the sofa, or when I write, or when I read, or when I surf Facebook and do nothing.
Ooh, there's an admission.
Shuffles and shuggles all the time, even while he's eating, even while he's sleeping. He does it when he's sleeping, people. Seriously, we couldn't sleep with him. I had to kick him out of the bed. He gave up first and just changed beds. And I had to kick him out of the bed when I was sleeping because he was shuffling and shuggling the entire night. He just can't stay still at all, whatsoever, doing anything. End of rant.
He's quite good playing the piano, though.
Yeah, if he does it like this.
That's good. He's got rhythm. That boy down there, that boy got rhythm. Don't know what kind of accent that was. Anyway, so next,
kind of Jamaican kind of thing.
Act so that you can tell the truth about how you act. I had to think about this.
Yeah, it's perfectly clear to me.
Right. Well, you can talk about it then.
Well, act as if somebody was watching you constantly.
Act as if somebody was watching you constantly.
Apart from the time when you're pooping. Again. brought it in the conversation.
Why would somebody want to watch that?
Exactly. So yeah,
you
when you
have
do
to talk
things,
about that, don't you?
when you do, it basically says that you should be able to admit or show to other people everything that you do, right?
Don't hide anything. Is it saying that?
Yeah,
Don't hide
it's
anything.
just said same thing in different words. Yeah.
Do things in the light. There we go. Okay.
Psychologically, apparently, if you put eyes around you, not like real eyes, right? In formaldehyde. But if you put like pictures of eyes around you, like pictures of people looking at you, or just eyes, or
Like that
whatever.
old, like the Egyptian symbol. They had the eye as a symbol.
Yeah,
didn't they?
yeah. You people will perform better or do more, or they will. They did this as a psychological thing in offices.
I've read
Yeah.
that.
In offices,
In the
and
article
the
or
people
whatever.
would be much more proficient because subconsciously they felt like the boss is watching, somebody's watching, so they acted more like as if somebody was checking on them. So they had more accountability, basically. You know, subconsciously. Do you understand it? What I just said? Yeah.
Yes. I'm processing.
I'm just
the
checking
information.
that I'm making sense. So maybe if we just put up pictures of people that are watching us, it's going to be good for us. Or it's just going to be extremely freaky, and the kids will end up in a psychiatric ward.
You don't need that when you've got kids. The kids are always watching what you're doing.
True.
Right. Next, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient.
What does expedient mean again?
I knew you were going to ask that. I've forgotten. Okay, I'm going to make a wild guess that expedient means that it has no real purpose.
It's a wild guess. Okay.
It's a wild guess. Expedient means that it has no real purpose. And while you're talking about it...
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, of course you should try to do meaningful things. If you do things that are not meaningful, I mean, what are you even doing them for, right?
We're doing it for fun.
Well, even when you do things for fun, they're meaningful because they're good for you. They're good for your brain. They relax you. They help. Even that freaking browsing Facebook does not help.
Expedient, an action. Expedient, convenient and practical, although possibly improper or immoral. Gosh, what would be an example of that? Something which is practical, although possibly immoral.
Well, like I find €100 and I keep it instead of turning it into police.
Yeah, parking.
That's practical.
Parking in somebody else's parking space. That would be practical for you, but
and convenient.
And convenient. So
possibly immoral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess he's talking a little bit about morality. Pursue what is meaningful, or something that has meaning. Yeah, I think that's important. I think that if you're not contributing to the greater good, then you're not really contributing to anything. Although there is that problem, that complex thing of you don't know the end result of your present actions. So you could, you could be fixing someone's car, and then you give the car back to them, and the car works fine, but they crash and have an accident, right? I mean, so you've done something good, but the result
in parenting, you've got that kind of conflict. Like you try to do something meaningful, so you work, right? You work on your projects that have a meaning for you and possibly for people out there, and then you kind of relax from your work and you go and you play with your kids, which is meaningful as well, right? But you often feel like you're wasting your time. You should be doing something productive, even though you actually are doing something productive and meaningful.
Well, that's one of the things that stood out from the interview that we did yesterday, which we'll do upcoming promo for the new
Next
interview series. Zora, could you give that to your sister, please, right
Maybe
now?
you
Because
could,
there's nothing we can do to help you at the moment, darling. There's nothing we can do to help you at the moment. Oh, it's finished.
I wanted to find Tinker.
Bell.
Yes.
Tinkerbell. Do you know where it is?
In the Tinkerbell folder.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What were we talking about before?
About the interview.
Interview. Okay. Why are we talking about the interview?
Because you said there was something that stood out from the interview, the balance between the work and the playing with your kids.
Timing. The time thing with kids. The importance of small activities like walking to the bus stop, pointing out little things in the environment.
Yeah.
So that stood out for me.
There's something else that I was thinking about when we were doing the interview, right? We were doing okay, I'm going to tell people. Spoiler alert. Okay?
Spoiler alert.
We had
this is the interview
were preparing an interview
It's
yesterday.
okay, it's on the website. It's Roger Domagalski from Poland. Thank you very much. From Poland. And he talked about his experiences of parenting, and that's coming up for you. It's on the website already. It's on the YouTube page already, and we'll be putting out promo for it next week.
Thank you for jumping into my sentence. So he was mentioning that he had 2 grown-up kids that were both past 30, right? And then he had a little kid aged 5, and he was explaining to us how he didn't have time, or he didn't think he has time when he had his first 2 kids, and he didn't do that much of a good job with parenting with them, but because he got older and gained more perspective on life, he did much better job with the young child, just by being present, right? Just by being there. And as we were doing the interview yesterday, do you know what I remembered? I remembered the series that we used to watch, a ridiculous thing. What was it called? It's the Gallivant? Yes, it's called Gallivant. And
or was it? Or was it Valiant?
It was called Gallivant.
Gallivant.
Yes, and in one of the episodes, this is this ridiculous series, which is extremely funny, right? It's about this knight, and in one of those episodes, that night,
singing knight.
Yeah, there was like a night musical kind of thing series.
If you imagine like one Monty Python episode strung out over about 12 weeks, that's basically what it is.
It's really cool. And so this Gallivant, in one of the episodes, he has a really bad relationship with his father, because his father was a knight as well, and he was always out on the conquest. And then in one of the episodes, he comes back to visit his father, and he finds all these little kids there that his father adopted, and they've got a song together, where Gallivant sings that his father was never there. And those little kids all sing that, he was always there, and he helped us, and he gave all his time to us, and all these things, and it just reminded me of the same situation, that as you gain perspective on life, you focus more on what's important. Whereas when you're young, you have kids, you're trying to find the balance, you don't realize what's really important, and it's not even that, but you really just have to balance the work and the family, and it's freaking difficult, right?
Well, there's a lot of focus on having kids when you're younger because you can connect better to them, but what I got from that part of the interview was that the opposite was true in his case.
When we were talking about it yesterday, I just thinking, Gallivant! And immediately in my head it was, he was there, he was never ever there. And it was like, oh my gosh, I was imagining if his grown kids.
That's why we lost you for a short period of time during the interview.
If his grown kids met the young kid, right? If they came to visit him and they saw the relationship that he had with that young kid, I was wondering, what would they feel? How do they feel about him? How would their experiences compare? Would they be like Gallivant saying, he was never there for us and we didn't spend any time with him? And the young kid would be like, what the hell are you talking about? The same person? Is like the best father in the world.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, how would those experiences compare?
That's kind of wild, because that's like saying that there was the same father in two different families and he was completely different for each family.
Because he was in two different situations. He now doesn't have to worry about, having to perform, having to, get richer or better at his career, making the future for his kids, because it's already made. Right? I mean, he already got there, so he has more time for his family. And this is so tragic, right, about these things. Because I have a very similar situation with my friend, okay? She has a sister who is only 12 years old younger than she is, but...
Sorry, can you say that again?
I have a friend.
She's only 12 years...
And she has a sister who is 12 years younger.
Okay.
So two sisters. One was 12 when the other one was born, okay? And they both have a great relationship with their father and mother, both of them. My friend told me that she was talking to her father about these things, and her father told her that the only thing he regrets is that he didn't spend more time with her, because at the time that she was born, he was at that stage where he was building his career, when he was, trying to get there, trying to make sure that everybody is provided for. And he didn't spend that much time with her. And she said that she saw that he had a much closer relationship to that younger sister because... or more hands-on relationship, but I don't know how to say it, because he realized that at 12 years later, he realized that was a mistake, and he regretted that, and he had that opportunity to basically fix his mistakes by doing it right with the second child.
Yeah, so for some people, it's better to have... For some people, time changes their knowledge, and so the way that they act and react.
Well, you had that weird mantra that said situation changes the... Was it the other way around? Those mantras that you had that
yes.
rhymed, right?
Yes, I had like 100 of them.
One
so
of them was
the
situation changes something that rhymes with situation. Anyway, whatever.
What are you talking about?
I was just trying to remember that mantra that you had with situation.
There's something that was really good, but I don't know what it was.
No, I was hoping that you would remember it.
Information
changes situation. Oh, okay. That was it. Well, it doesn't really make sense. But anyway.
If you be quiet for 1 second, I'll explain it to you. Information changes situations. When you get new information, you must integrate it into your, what I would call, knowledge network. And so this means that things change as information changes.
You might want to add more light.
Are we disappearing?
Yeah. We are not disappearing, but we are now being very dramatically black.
Oh, look.
We look like from
Shakespearean.
a detective movie of some sort.
Detective.
I should have a gun in my hand.
When was the last time you saw a Christmas movie? I had to make a confession to a client yesterday about my obsession with Christmas movies.
Well, I was going to, before you start with the Christmas movies, I was going to say that it kind of makes sense, because 12 years later, you have different informations than what you had 12 years earlier. And therefore, your situation is different as well. And in a different situation, you can change the way that you approach relationships as well. So
yeah, but it's about the situation.
You didn't do anything with that light, did you?
Yes, I did. I moved it 1 bar later.
Well, 1 bar is not enough. That would be a good logo.
It's not just that information changes situations. It's about the fact that situations change situations. By that, I obviously mean experiences. So take my example of working in an office and then working from home. And I was thinking about that this week. I was thinking about how to, because we've got this interview question about how do you judge success, and I'm really interested in the perspective of success in terms of parenting. But also I'm interested in terms of success because I don't think we celebrate success enough. I think a lot of success is just, it's like, oh, that's nice, push to one side. Say, for example, you make a nice meal.
It's a success.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't mean that your cooking is bad. Okay, it's the wrong way. Okay. I'm just saying that that's something that's nice. Right?
It's not unusual, people. Okay.
The smell of things burning occasionally drifts out of the kitchen. Yeah.
We have nothing cooked for lunch, by the way. I'm going to have to do that.
Oh, I was going to ask about lunch. Anyway.
Nothing. We've got nothing for lunch. Oh, no, we have that thing that I made yesterday. I can warm it up. We can eat that.
The thing?
That fattening thing with cracklings.
The fattening, crackling thing. Oh, yeah. Health food. Lovely. That's nice.
Gotta fatten that turkey.
What kind of noise does a turkey make? I want to make that.
It does.
Perhaps when it's drowning.
You asked the question, I gave you the answer. It's exactly the sound the turkey makes. Seriously, find it on YouTube and then compare it.
I'm frightened to ask. What?
I'm not going to repeat it.
No,
You're just going to have to go back in the video. And
listen to it again.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime experience. Maybe we could use that as an advertisement for the podcast. Let's talk about parenting.
Noise.
Turkey noises. Yes, that's what we need. More turkey noises.
A live video about practical parenting where Yanka makes the turkey noise.
Turkey noises.
That's a good one.
Yes, there we go. That'll be a hit. Well, I can't even remember what we were talking about now. What?
I don't know. Something about success in parenting.
Oh, success. Yeah. So, yeah, working from home, right? And I was thinking, because I had this debate with a client about progress, and people are always telling me what I should do with my business. It's great. Yeah. And it really frustrates me. People are always saying, you should do this and you should do that. I'm like, it's not as easy as you think it is.
Do you know who else does that to somebody else?
Me.
To me.
Look, I get that things are not as easy as we think they are, but you know, you want to do everything you can to kick the can further down the road, right?
Love kicking the can.
So that would, you know, it's like one idea is better than no ideas. So what's this noise thing that's going on with the kids over there? Anyway, I'm trying to get to the point, and it's very difficult because
filter it out. Is that what's going on?
Well, I thought one of the kids might be hurt or something. People don't want to see what.
I'm really glad we don't have a camera on the other side of the computer.
That's it. That's
Put it on me. What do you want her to put on you, sweetie?
The beanbag.
Oh, the beanbag. Okay.
You want? She's doing a
headstand.
3-year-old is doing a headstand, and she wants the beanbag put on top of her. Do a forward roll, darling. You're gonna hurt your head if you stay upside down. Oh, I'm scared to watch this. Forward roll. Go all the way. Oh, that's not a good idea to put the beanbag on top of her when she's doing.
Well, it's not a good idea not to, because then she's gonna go into the screaming fit.
She put it on, but not properly.
Hmm.
Good job, Zora.
Anyway, so the success in parenting.
Um,
Success.
Oh, I was talking about
working from home or whatever you were talking about.
Yeah, the working from home changes the connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not running away each day,
Mm-hmm.
and that's made a huge difference. But the point is that it took me 3 years to organize it,
Mm-hmm.
and now other people are saying, "Oh, it's hard for me to do this. It's hard for me to do that. You know, we can't do this. We can't do that." And I'm like, yes, you can. You just have to decide that you want to do it, and then work at it for 1,000 days.
Was it? You know, we were talking about it yesterday with Roger. That when you're running away every day,
That came up in the conversation as well. That was a really
you
important
don't.
point.
Yeah, I think so. We were saying that if you go away every day for like the entire day, often you don't even know what's happening at home. You don't know. You know what the situation looks like normally. What's the average normal with your kids, basically, because you only see them during the weekend, and they are not their average normal because they react to the fact that daddy is home as well, and they act differently. So, is there anything for you that surprised you or that made you think, you know, oh, I didn't know my kids from this point of view, or I didn't know that they did this, or, you know, is there anything that you kind of thought, you know, when you got to that everyday experience, you thought, oh, okay, that's how it actually works?
That's a great question, which is always a way of delaying the answer so that people have time to think. Oh, that's a fantastic question. It's like, I don't know what to say.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
I thought the children were doing more in terms of structured homeschool. I didn't realize that it was...
they were so unschooled.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've only been able to... Sorry. Can I finish?
Yeah. Sorry.
I've only been able to see that since the back to school philosophy started from September. So that's September, October, November, December. So for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
That I haven't been able to see for 8 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, to my defense,
in my defense, what is there to say?
We did do more structured schooling before, and I have the proof, right? I have all the work that's sitting in the folder. I don't really. I know that you can't really use excuses or anything with this because it's really important. But the moving around was one factor that influenced it. And the second factor was the work. Because I took on a new project. I took on more new projects, actually. This is something that, you know, this is a project that takes a huge chunk of the day. An hour and a half is a huge chunk of the day gone, right? And it's right in the middle of the day, which kind of, you know, you can't really do anything before then. You can't really do anything bigger after that, because after that it's dark, and before that the kids are sleeping. So all these. Well,
yeah, I don't think that's a reason. That's more of an. I'm not sure what that all means when you put it all together.
When you put it all together, it means that yes, the kids have been doing more unschooling stuff since we came back to Slovakia, probably since we left to Scotland in the first place, because I wasn't determined enough to keep it all structured and going
forward.
No. Despite all the factors that had an influence on it, which is new work projects, new environments, you know, getting used to things and going out and spending time with each other. And I was also thinking, this is a new situation with you being at home, so I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna let them enjoy that new situation, get used to it. Everybody get into the groove. But as you have noticed, during the last 2 weeks or so, I am easing everybody into more of a daily routine, doing school in the morning. I have started with the maths and Slovak and English, and we are doing occasional science or history projects.
Here comes the
And
beanbag.
it needs to get more structured, and it needs to get more.
Hi, Jazzy. What are you doing with the
demanding,
beanbag there?
but-
I don't think the beanbag's going to fit through the narrow space.
But I want to
It's
get people
necessary
used to it slowly.
to save the world. Jazzy, why are you bringing the beanbag here?
Jesse, can I help?
Is there something that
Okay.
is there something that we can do to help you with the beanbag? Well,
Thank
you're bringing
you.
it to us. Do you want to sit here? You can't hold on to the table because I built it and it's
It's going
really,
to fall apart.
really
It's not attached. The
unstable.
cards are not attached to each other. It's just stacked on like a house of cards.
Well,
Do
it's
you want
actually
me to
not.
pick
There's
you up?
actually a vice grip holding it together. But oh, hello.
What?
There's a hole in the beanbag. In the beanbag? Oh,
Are the
that
balls
just makes it
coming
more
out of
fun,
it?
darling.
No? Yeah? I hope not. I hope the balls are not coming out of it.
No,
The
I'm sure,
beans.
I'm sure it'll last forever. It should be okay. It should hold on.
Careful,
Oh,
little foot.
hold
Don't touch the
on.
table with your little feet, okay?
Jazzy, can you wave to the camera? Da da da. There we go. Super cool.
Get
Super
this
cool.
hair off your face.
How many fingers have you got, Jazz? Can you count them for me? Three fingers.
Well done.
Interesting. Do you know how many I've got?
Can you count them?
What's this?
Can you count them
One.
for Daddy? Wait, she'll count them for you.
Yeah.
Hold them up like that. Let's count them together. Dad's got 5 fingers.
5 fingers. Wow.
Oh, he's
And
got
if
an
we- And
advantage.
if we put the two hands together,
How many are there? Let's continue. So that's 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. That's got 11 fingers.
Well done, Daddy. That must come in very handy
I'm
when
a
you're
special kind of
when
dad.
you're cooking.
Special. Really special. There we go. All right.
I need cheese.
You need cheese.
Cheese.
I
Right.
don't have cheese for you.
I'm getting
so
hungry too as
We
well.
ate it. There's nothing to eat, guys. Well, we've got bread. I can make some sandwiches or French toast or.
No, you've got that.
Oh, I've got the
the
crackling. Of
thing.
course.
The crackling. It's the crackling. Bing, bing, bing.
Girls are.
bing.
Yes, I've got honey. Jack bread with honey.
Do 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 do.
Yep.
Honey, honey.
That sounds great,
It's
darling. But
okay,
we
else
have to
it's
finish
breaking
this
out.
first.
Okay, else it's breaking out.
So, yeah, crackling things. Kids are not going to eat that though because I've put a lot of raw onion on top.
Cool.
More for us.
Vous êtes pile, c'est tombé, non? Du rang onion.
Oh, je sais, monsieur. That's why I put it on.
C'est très formidable.
Well, you see, I thought these things. I didn't think these things. I saw these things. Oh, she's doing the sniffing the rug. She's
Jazzy,
plowing the rug with her face. That's what it looks like.
it does. It's insanely unique. So
Jasmine has this thing, right, where she gets on all 4, and she
plants her face
yeah, exactly,
into the rug.
into the rug, and then she goes forward while dragging her face through the rug. And then she gets to the other side of the. It looks like she's plowing the rug. She gets to the other side of the rug. She's doing it with the wooden floor. And then she gets up and she says, "Smells like peanut butter." And then she does it again.
Sausages, I thought it was. I thought it
And
smelled
then
like
she
sausages
says,
before.
"Yeah." Then she says it smells like sausages. She kind of interchanges the peanut butter with the sausages depending on what got spilled on the carpet, I suppose.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's
Right.
really funny when she does that, though.
Shall we do one more? 2 more.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and then
I'm,
we'll have the
I'm
crackling
suffering
thing.
today.
Why? Me too.
I never suffer, but I'm suffering today.
I'm suffering because I have a throat thing.
I overdid it.
Exercising
I did it on the exercise bike.
this morning.
Yeah. Just too much.
What does
It
it?
was just too
How
much
does
fun.
it feel when it's too much? Well, your legs are sore or what?
You
See, I don't know what
you
it
feel the
feels like.
muscles more than you should, right?
Mhm.
You feel the tightness.
I sometimes overdo it at the training. We're not going to the training today, by the way, because Zora's ill and I can't drag her there.
Mhm.
And I can't leave her here with you because you're working, right?
I'm out
Yeah.
this afternoon. Late this afternoon, I will be out.
Until the evening, probably.
Having meetings. Although we'll talk about that later. That I'm expecting a message going, sorry, we can't do it today because Christmas and all those things. I'd be like, yeah, well, you're lost, guys. Anyway,
I was quite looking forward to going there as well because I wasn't last week. But
missing
I guess
out.
it's just
Missing out.
Well, I did my own personal.
Sliding back. I'm
Yeah,
repeating
like
everything
I have a
twice.
choice.
I'm repeating everything twice.
Like I have a choice. Like I have a choice. You can babysit tonight. You can babysit tonight. But I did my personal training by putting things together that we do at the training and doing them here. Like, I was doing a lot of shadow punching and doing the kicks and stuff. I do miss something to punch, though.
Well, you missed the cardio as well. You can't really do cardio on the flat, can you?
Well, I certainly can't do the skipping rope.
That would be slightly impractical.
Yeah, I suppose I could if I could kind of maybe
If you
in the kitchen.
if you were
that
light
would
on
be-
your feet, you could do it.
I am light on my feet. When is the last time you saw me?
As light as a light as a
light as a feather, I'm the baker light girl.
what's that? Is that an advert?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
It's an advert from Wallace and Gromit.
Okay. There we go. Yeah. I can't really think of what you're as light as, but it's definitely not a feather. So.
I'm as light as a stegosaurus. When did you last see me skipping the
You
skip rope?
reptile. Sorry.
When did you last see me skipping the skip rope? I can show
I don't
you
remember
how
ever
light I
seeing you
am.
skipping.
See? I'll show you how light I am in the kitchen. I will.
Kitchen is not the place for skipping. That would lead to a major disaster if you start skipping in the kitchen.
Why?
I don't know. The skipping rope will fly out of your hand and
Skipping ropes don't fly.
or get caught on something. The kitchen is not the place for skipping. It's just
You're so boring.
you need a skipping room.
Well, build me a skipping room.
You can just
I'm a woman. You're the man. You're supposed to build me a skipping room so that I can skip. Go out there, chop down some trees, stick them together, build something.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the land, snow's glistening.
And I'll cook for you.
Beautiful
Wash the
sight,
socks,
right in that.
clean the floors,
Walking in a winter wonderland.
and do other women
In the meadow,
stuff.
we can build a snowman. Yeah, pretend it. Sorry. I couldn't find a way out of that, so I decided to sing.
I have noticed that, yes.
Instead.
There was slight escapism in that move.
Yes, you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It did distract me for a while.
Good. It worked. If you have to choose, be the one who does things instead of the one who is seen to do things. I like that. We've actually got to the fifth rule
Ooh. Yeah.
in Jordan Peterson's 42 original rules for
Yeah,
life.
it kind of.
Come on, inject some energy.
Ow.
What? Did you hurt yourself? Did you kick yourself?
Yes, because you almost tipped me over.
I tipped you over.
Yes. You can't poke people while they're standing on one foot. We're going to tip them.
If we were meant to stand on one foot, God would have given us all just one leg. No.
Is that a quote, or was that just you speaking in a funny voice?
That's just me being stupid.
Anyhow, Well, yeah, it's
Pointing out
don't
how silly it
pretend,
is to stand
right?
on one leg.
Don't pretend.
Well,
Don't
it's
pretend you're doing things.
well, I think to me it means if you see something that needs done, do it.
Hmm.
Rather than
And don't go bragging about it. Maybe
Yes, yeah,
don't go tell everybody like, you see, I just cleaned the floor. You see? Did you see me doing it?
Did you clean the floor?
No.
Oh.
I'm getting there. Anyway, or maybe it relates to charity. Like, help people, but don't stick it into everybody's face.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of that in charity, isn't there? There's a lot of, look at me, look at what I'm doing. Isn't this all wonderful? Oh, look, I've won the charity awards for being the best
I have given a lot
person.
of money to the charity, so that people don't hate me because I have a lot of money.
Yes. Not only do I give money to charities, but I have re-engineered mosquitoes.
So not only I give a lot of money to the charities, but I have to tell everybody about it, because if I didn't, people wouldn't be very happy with me because I have a lot of money.
Yes, I could invest my money in improving my software, but fuck that.
No, it's good that he gives money to the charity. That's great. Also, he has to tell everybody about it because that's the whole point of him giving a lot of money to the charity. It's a marketing move, which has to be shown and talked about.
Just to make people feel better, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, invest in
it's
this.
It's a PR. It's a PR. When you're big and powerful and have a lot of money, you have to give to charity to improve your PR. That's the basics, right? And to improve your PR, you have to show it to everyone.
Virtue signaling. It even has a psychological term.
Does it?
Yeah. When you are trying to show everybody how virtuous you are. Yeah, there's people who are pretending that they're doing good things and helping society when really they're not actually doing anything at all.
Well, even if they do it, they can just shut up about it and get on with it.
Well, that's the way that real people do help people. Is they don't talk about the problem, right? They just get on with solving it, basically.
Like that guy, I've seen this video. I don't know if it was fake or real. It looked real. I've seen it on Facebook. This is this old guy in America, right? And his wife was tidying up the basement. No, what's the opposite of the basement? The loft.
The attic.
The attic.
Or
yes.
The loft, maybe.
And she found some records of something, and she did a little bit of investigation. And she found out that her husband, during the Second World War, helped to smuggle a lot of Jews to somewhere, so that they can go to America. And he basically saved the lives of a lot of children, a lot of Jewish children, by sending them away from Europe to America. And as it goes, they had some kind of anniversary or he had a birthday or whatever. So she invited him to some kind of theater show or whatnot. And in the middle of the theater show, or at the beginning or at the end, I don't remember, the people on the stage, said, "Oh, happy birthday to this guy who," and this wife never knew about his past because he never told her and he never told anybody else. And what she did was she took the record and she contacted all the people that he saved and invited them all to the theater. And in the end, the people on the stage would announce, well, it's this guy's birthday, and this room is full of people that he saved the lives of. And there were all these adults, and everybody was shaking his hands and thanking, and he was crying, and everything was very touching. And it was probably fake, but it was really cool. Did you see it?
I've never heard about it.
You never see it. Saw it. It might be real. I don't know. You don't know, right? But it was just an example of, how you can do great things and just don't talk about it because it's just something that you did, that you had to do because it was your moral duty.
Well, the thing is that people who do great things usually have a habit of doing great things. So they just get on with it. Whereas people who don't
really know any people who do great things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All right. People who do great things, well, that's their habit. It's part of their lifestyle. It's the way that they live. They have the habit of doing great things. And so they don't stop to think about it because it's just the way they live their life. But those who don't do great things, when something great happens, they stop and make a big deal out of it because it's not normal for them. So that explains it all. So when you see people making a big deal out of something, it means that it's not usual or normal for them, which tells you everything you need to know. Yeah.
Like when I do clean the floor and then tell you about it. Because it doesn't happen that often.
Well, there you go. That isn't that just proof of the pudding is in the tasting? Don't you think?
I should definitely do some great things today.
She said. She woke up and said, "I'm going to do great things today."
Like clean the floor and cook the dinner.
Well, I guess
and then I'm going to celebrate my success. So success should be pronounced as success in English language. You should have stress on the first suck syllable. I have a lot of success. Wouldn't that just be so funny?
And that's why she succeeds.
Yeah, like plural from a new noun. Suck.
I actually think that's
this is a suck.
Completely insane idea.
This is a suck, and I have a lot of success.
What the hell are you talking about?
I just invented a whole new word with a whole new plural form.
We're supposed to be talking about parenting.
And you should be celebrating this success.
Congratulations, Bo.
Thank you.
Let's go have lunch.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much for not tuning in. This has been another sideline.
Wild parenting.
Another sideline to the main line. Of parenting. So, if you want more information about what we do, it's the Academy of Language Therapy and Life Coaching on YouTube and Facebook, and it's nsa-slovakia.com. That's the website.
Moi, 21st Century Mum, spelled MUM.com.
And the information that we were looking at today was Jordan Peterson's 42 Original Rules for Life. We might get back to it, we might not. It depends on a lot of different things that are happening. Anyway, wherever you are, we wish you a great day, and we'll catch up with you online soon. I think we got to go and look after the kids as well, who are coughing away over there. Duty done. There we go. Say bye. You said bye. 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 Hello. Goodbye. That's it. Done.